Reflections. Your daily dose of strength and motivation. Reflections.
Magandang araw sa iyo kaibigan, ikaw ay nakikinig sa programang Reflections dito po lamang sa FEBC RadyoTV. Ako po inyong kaibigan, si Ruth Larama Dizon. Samahan niyo po ako sa loob ng 30 minuto upang ating pagbulay-bulayan ang isa sa mga favorite ko na Bible verses from Isaiah 41 verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41 verse 10. Naranasan niyo na po bang ma-discourage sa inyong buhay? Nako, siguro kung pag-uusapan po natin ang discouragement, na minsan ang tinawag na parang sipon daw ng maraming tao. Ibig sabihin, it's one of the most common things that people experience is to be discouraged. Marami po talaga tayong kwento na pwede nating pagkwentuhan at baka hindi matapos ang ating oras kakakwento ng mga hinanaing at mga sakit natin sa puso. Hindi rin po ako exempt dyan. I just recently had some discouragement. And you know yung feeling po na parang hindi mo naman siya inaasahan, parang you were just going through your day and then suddenly it happened and you're not prepared for it. Maaring hindi ko na po i-detalye, no, if you would allow me, yung specifics of the discouragement. But, you know, it's something that gets in the way of us experiencing full joy. Sometimes when we are discouraged, we ask, what's going on? What's happening? Hindi ko maintindihan, Lord. Bakit nangyayari to? Nakaka-relate po ba kayo? Yung mga hindi natin maintindihan and yet they're happening. Maybe yung sa inyo po is the result of something even more painful. Maybe walang trabaho. Maybe meron kayong matagal ng sakit. Merong financial difficulties, merong infertility, walang trabaho, or singleness. And maybe you're wondering too, what's going on? I don't understand. Why is this thing that I've been praying for not happening to me? Well, first, I want you to know that you're not alone in feeling this way. Napaka-natural part po ng pagiging tao ang discouragement. And we see moments of discouragement all throughout the Bible. Si Rachel po, na beloved wife ni Jacob sa Genesis 30, could not conceive a child, which in ancient times was as good as a death sentence for a woman. And yung discouragement po ni Rachel, because she was barren, led her to bitterly cry out to Jacob, "Give me children or else I die." In Genesis 30 verse 1. And we can see that she was very, very discouraged to the point of being so frustrated at the edge. Even King David, at one point, David's men were so angry that their wives and children had been taken captive that they wanted to stone David. And as a result, David became greatly distressed according to 1 Samuel 30 verse 6. Of course, kasama po sa listahan natin si Job. Alam na po natin na palagay ko yung isa sa mga talagang story ng lungkot, story ng discouragement, story ng pighati, si Job na ata ang sumalo lahat niyan. And in one day's time, he lost all 10 of his children, 11,000 of his animals, a large number of his servants, and later his own health. And sabi nga ng friend niya, si Eliphaz sa Job 4:5, sabi, trouble comes to you and you are discouraged. It strikes you and you are dismayed. Napakarami pong klase ng forma na maaaring makita natin ang discouragement. It is probably in response to something we hope for, in response to our own or someone else's failure, at yung response natin to life's trials. While discouragement is not necessarily a sin, it can tempt us to blame God or distance ourselves from Him, di po ba? When we are discouraged, we tend to do three things which might distance ourselves from God or lumayo po tayo sa ating Panginoon. Ano po yun? Yung mga maaaring maging temptations natin when we are discouraged. First of all, we might think that yung fulfillment ng ating desire will be enough. Marami po kasing butas yung ating puso eh. And yung mga butas po na to, we're prone to fill with things that we think will satisfy us. No, sinasabi natin, kapag nangyari lang sa akin to siguro, masasatisfy na ako, okay na yun. Pag nangyari tong gusto ko, pag nagkaasawa na ako, pag nagyumaman ako, pagka nawala na tong sakit ko, I'll be very, very happy. And yet, kapag po nasatisfy na yung longing na yan, we find that marami pa pala tayong longings at factory yung puso natin ng longings at hindi na to talaga natatapos until dissatisfaction and discouragement consume us once again. Pangalawa po na maaari nating maramdaman kapag tayo ay nadi-discourage is that we might doubt God's promises. Di po ba? Kapag tayo ay nadi-discourage, nagsisimula tayo na maniwala sa sinasabi ng kaaway sa atin. We focus on what is currently happening in our lives or what is not happening, as the case may be. And when we see that our longings or desires and even our prayers are not being answered or fulfilled, we tend to doubt God and the promises He gives us in the Bible. We start to doubt His goodness, we start to doubt His faithfulness, we start to doubt His love for us. And we might be tempted to think that yung mga promises ni Lord are actually empty promises naman yan. Or at least hindi naman yan nag-a-apply sa sitwasyon ko. Hindi po ba? Nangyari na po ba yan sa inyo? When things don't go your way, we start to think that God is not a good God, that He is not a faithful God. And yung promises niya maaaring conditional, maaaring sa iba okay, pero sa atin hindi. And so after that, we begin to doubt God's plan. Sometimes it's easier to see God's plan for other people. But when it comes to our own life, we are sometimes tempted to think that perhaps God has forgotten about us and that maaari siguro mas importante yung buhay ng iba kaysa sa akin. Di po ba? Sinasabi natin yan. Napaka nearsighted natin. And yun po yung dangers of being discouraged. We think that once ma-fulfill yung desire natin, okay na. We tend to begin to doubt God's promises and doubt God's plan. But when we are discouraged, we have to think the other way. We have to know that God is enough, that our desires will not satisfy us, but only God can satisfy our deepest desires. We must know and believe that He is enough. Yung mga hopes natin, yung mga desires natin, we will become discouraged if we continue to hope and hold on to that, but only God can truly satisfy us. Secondly, we must trust God's promises for our own lives. Sabi nga po nung verse natin na binasa natin kanina sa Isaiah 41:10, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Yung mga promises ni Lord are sure and true, and He longs to comfort and encourage His children. As He encouraged Israel, so He encourages us with His word. Deuteronomy 31:6 promises that God never abandons us, that He walks with us during our times of discouragement, and He also extends comfort and mercy to us when we come to the throne of grace in our times of need, according to Hebrews 4:14-16. And we can trust His will for our own lives. God is sovereign, and we need to keep in mind that He is the one who is in control and not me, not us. He is sovereign, and we can pray God's prayer, Jesus' prayer in Luke 22:42. Not my will, but yours be done, O Lord. If we keep God's will in mind, then we are less likely to become discouraged. Ano po yung mga discouragement nyo na gusto nyong ibigay kay Lord ngayon? Now is the time to talk to God. Now is the time to lay before His feet all the things that are hurting deep within, all our discouragements, and place them at the feet of Jesus. Because God is the God who is with us. He will strengthen us, He will help us, and He will uphold us with His righteous right hand. So do not fear, for God is with us. Be not dismayed, for He is our God. And He stands ready and committed to carry us through all of life's discouragement.
Reflections. Your daily dose of strength and motivation. Reflections.